You had to pick out lines that were the most striking to you. Can someone read a line that was the most striking to them from this memoir writing packet? Bailey.
I thought from the Me Talk Pretty One Day.
Okay, Me Talk Pretty One Day.
Where it says the door opens and the person hands a knob is actually the client itself, the agent that says you're going to have. And I just thought it was striking. It kind of created a lot of suspense, and you really want to know what that was.
Definitely. Did anyone else feel the same way about Me Talk Pretty One Day? The beginning of David Sedaris's memoir? Did that create a lot of suspense in you when you were reading it? Has anybody ever read any of David Sedaris's stories? Anybody? No? He's one of my favorite authors. Really great. You should definitely check out his book. Okay, so yes, that would be categorized as a very suspenseful lead to a memoir. What else? What other lines were striking to you? Roger?
When Steve Martin said that enjoyment while performing was rare, because that's not really what I thought of with a comedian performing. He was constantly worried and nervous.
Interesting. Enjoyment while performing was rare. So Roger said that struck him because he didn't expect it. So that kind of goes along with that quote I showed you guys yesterday on the slide. I didn't really talk too much about it, but it's that element of freshness and paradox. Does anyone know what a paradox is? Kind of when something is exactly the opposite of what you expect it to be. So you think when Steve Martin's up on stage performing, doing a comedy act, that he's having an awesome, great time, but he comes right out in the first paragraph of his memoir and says, enjoyment while I'm performing is rare. He's not having fun while he's up there. So that stays with you. It's fresh. It's new. It's something you don't expect. Okay? So I'm totally with you on that, Roger. That makes good sense. I'm glad you picked that one out. What type of lead is that? Steve Martin. What do you guys think? I didn't ask you to specifically label them, but what do you think of the types of leads that I talked to you about yesterday? Roger? I thought it might be conflict, yeah, because what makes you think that it's a conflict lead? Anybody else can answer too, not just Roger. Where's the conflict in that? Brian?
Your ideas, sort of like his viewpoint on how like comedy is, your viewpoint on how comedy is, and that's different.
Okay, yeah, so there's that kind of conflict between what we expect him to be feeling and what he's actually feeling, and he introduces us to this misery that he sometimes feels. So we kind of see an inner conflict in him too, that's being built up right in the first paragraph. We're being invited in to his feelings and his experience. Okay, any other striking lines? Everybody read this. I want to hear from somebody I haven't heard from yet. You all read it. You don't even need to comment if you don't want to. Just read the lines and we can talk about it together. Rose?
When the court says the miserable childhood deprived me of self-esteem, figured sadness with self-pity, paralyzed my emotions, and like all that.
Okay.
I thought that was striking because like it makes me wonder like what happened in his childhood to make you feel that way.
Definitely. Yeah. So he's talking about his childhood paralyzing his emotions, made him cranky, envious, and disrespectful of authority. That, in a way, creates suspense and made Rose wonder what happened in his childhood. We want to read on and find out about what happened to him to make him say these things about his childhood. In one sentence, if you look at that one sentence, he lists deprived me of self-esteem, triggered spasms of self-pity, paralyzed my emotions, made me cranky, envious and disrespectful of authority, retarded my development, crippled my doings with the opposite sex. He lists so many things that he's blaming his childhood on that it really emphasizes to us, right, that something something happens and makes us want to read more. He's laying it all on in that one sentence. He's not just saying, my childhood was bad. I had a bad childhood. He's extrapolating it and giving us all these lasting effects of his childhood to make us want to read more. What kind of lead did you think that was? Conflict, introductory, descriptive, thematic, suspense. What did you guys think? I thought maybe it was thematic. He's kind of introducing the theme of his childhood and being a teacher and surviving. All right, one more striking line. Brian.
This is from Between a Rock and a Hard Place, and it was the first sentence. Frame contrast, street another blue-blue sky above the red desert plateau, and I wonder how many sunburnt days these Badlands have seen since they created.
Okay.
I don't even know what a contrail is, and it's pretty cool.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. They streak another bluebird sky above the red desert plateau. What's he doing there? In that sentence. What's he doing to us as a reader? What's he trying to do? Jenica?
Describing his location.
He's setting the scene for us. He's describing his location. He's giving us some strong imagery. We have a bluebird sky with a red desert plateau. I don't know about you guys, but I can see that in my head right away. So that's probably a descriptive lead. Okay. Let's look at the second question. What writing characteristics do these memoirs share? Why do they work? What are these writers all doing that works? It's kind of a hard question. Emily?
They give you a lot of detail, but not too much because they still leave you in suspense.
Great, definitely. They give us a lot of detail, but they don't tell us everything. There's an element of wanting to know more created by each of these authors. They give us a lot of detail, but they don't tell us everything. I like that, Emily. That definitely makes sense to me. What else? Does everybody have kind of the same thing? Why do they work? Okay, how about which one do you guys think works the best? Which one do you think is the strongest? Which worked the most for you? Sean?
Teacher Man.
Teacher Man? That's great. How come?
Just really hooked me.
Okay, that whole sentence that I just read about the childhood definitely hooked you in, made you want to know the rest of the story? Okay, so it seems like a lot of you guys really are interested when the writer creates suspense. I think that's human nature anyway. So that's something to think about when you're writing your own memoirs. You want to create suspense in your reader.